welcome back. So today we will continue our tutorial on JavaScript with our lesson 4. First of all, I've created our HTML file like we always do with our index.js links to the script, and then we have lesson 4 right here. And this is our index.js, and we can just console log and we can see chapter 4 right there in the console. Okay, so I'll continue now by starting to write. Today we'll just be doing a project, not a lesson, it's a project, combining most of the things we have done in other lessons together. So this is asking someone for a username, and it says, okay, we're doing a RPS, a rock paper scissors game, as you can see written up there, rock paper scissors. It says, okay, player equal to. So the next thing we want to do is have a player choice. We say prompt, not player. Okay, rock paper or scissors. Okay, so alright, then next thing we want to do is take this and then go if player. So this thing we're about to do here is only if player exists, only if and only if player exists. So we say let's answer. Now you do not understand this yet, but when I write this now you would understand. Answer equal to player dot to lowercase, sorry, I don't know why it says to lookout, to lower case dot trim. So this will remove every white space in front of and behind. Alright, let's try something here in the console. Okay, I'll do this. I'll say hello. See, there's a bunch of capital letters in there, but when I say dots to lowercase dot trim, can we see it's removed every space and also converted every small letter to every capital letter to a small letter. So it means we only, no matter what the user enters, we are converting it to a lowercase answer. Alright, so next there we want to continue to validate what the user has entered. So we'll say if user is not equal to rock, then at the same time is also not equal to, it's supposed to say player, I'm sorry, answer is not equal to rock, and then at the same time let's pick this, and I made a mistake there, so we have that back, and it's not equal to paper, and it's not equal to scissors. Then we want to console log you did not enter a valid answer. That's what we want to say. We'll say console log you did not enter a valid answer. Okay, that's good. So it's loading on the page right now. I would like to stop the server. I would like to stop the live server so that we don't have an issue right now, because it will keep loading and loading and loading forever. Not forever, but it will add so many stacks of this that we would not like that. Okay, can we see there's so many there already? Alright, so in there right here we kind of want to know what player is. So let's console.log player. Okay, while logging player, let's also log answer. But one thing you should know is right here answer would be undefined. It's the same thing as saying let's answer equal to undefined. It's totally the same thing, but I'm not going to say this. I'm as this. Let's answer, because I mean that's shorter. So if answer is not this, then we know the user really wants to play a game, right? Also, we should provide a fallback if the user did not enter any name. So if the user didn't enter any name and pressed cancel, we'll alternate the user's name to say player. So now else, so if we know the user didn't enter anything, if we know the user has entered something, sorry, because if the user didn't enter anything here, to console log something, but else if the user entered something, then we can continue our journey. The next thing we want to do is determine what the user has chosen. What does the user or the computer would choose? I'm sorry. So we'll say const computer choice equal to. So here we would have a bit of a random number right here. Okay, it's equal to math.random. That's normal. Math.random, call it, and then let's multiply it by 3, and then we add 1 in the end, right? So it means this will generate a number between 1 to 3. So we're saying computer choice equal to, I'm going to use a ternary operator here. If random number is, so we're going to take this to the floor. I'm sorry, let's use math.floor right here, like we previously did in our last class. Math.floor, then paste that right inside. So a number between 1 and 3 originally, and now it would always be taken to the floor, always. So random number equal to, if random number equal to 1, we say rock. Else random number equal to 2, paper. Then else random number, else let's just say scissors, because there's really nothing else to choose from anymore. So if you cannot do this, I'll be doing it in another way using if statements. I would not be doing switch statements. This is a ternary operator. I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to try another way in which most people would understand. So I'll just say let's computer choice. That means it is undefined at that point. So if we're literally doing the same thing again, but in a different way. So if random number equal to 1, we'll say computer choice equal to rock. And if it is just a one-line code, you do not need to add parentheses, curly braces. Although if you want to, that's alright, but I would not be doing that in this lesson. So I'll just say else if random number equal to, so the else will definitely go to the next line, equal to 2, then we'll say computer choice equal to scissors. Now the difference between this and this is a comparison. We're checking if they are equal, and here we are assigning, we are giving computer choice a new value, so do not confuse them for each other. Alright, so we have already given a value. Oh, we didn't do for paper. Then else, if it is not 1 or 2, we know that computer choice is scissors already. There's really no need to waste any time on that. Alright, so after this we need to define a simple variable called result. So equal to, then I'll say computer chose, and then computer choice, then this is a next line character, just a backward slash and n. It straight up goes to the next line. Then we say player chose. So instead of player already has a name, so we just say username, and if there is no username, it would end up picking player anyway, so we don't have an issue. Player chose, and that's answer. I'm guessing answer. And remember, the ones we are putting inside of these curly braces, they are called the variables. Everything else is just part of a string, and this is a variable because we already defined it up here. It will be one of these three, and also computer the username will have been entered at the top, and answer here is also one of those three. It has to be rock or paper or scissors. Then next, we want to create the law for who would win what. So I'm going to bring in something I previously wrote out. Yeah, there it is. It says rock breaks scissors, paper wraps rock, and then scissors will cut paper. So we already wrote a simple result something, and we have even written what the computer would get. We have been able to write an algorithm to get what the computer would randomly get and what the user would prompt. So then here we can say if answer equal to computer choice, then result plus equal to, it's a tie, so it's a tie. Alright, then else if, so you can remove the curly braces or not, but this seems more delicate, so I'm going to leave it in there. It is really a matter of preference at this stage. So there is a lot of things that could go on here. We have gotten how it could be a tie. Now we want to get how the player could win. So the player could win if he chooses rock and the computer chooses scissors. He chooses rock, paper, and the computer chooses rock. He chooses scissors and the computer chooses paper. That's the only way he could win. So we are going to write out all the ways that player could win. So we are going to say answer equal to rock and computer choice equal to scissors. Okay, then we go again, or answer equal to paper and then computer choice will be equal to rock at this point. Or so if one of all of this happens, the next thing will be the player chooses scissors and the computer chooses paper. At this stage, we know that the result would say player wins, and I did not add the back tick yet. So okay, and then we're going to open it there. Alright, so then else, we know that the computer wins, so result plus equal to computer wins. Then at the end here, we just alert and then send the results. So let's check if our algorithm works correctly. Alright, so the next thing we want to do, okay, I'm going to break that up in a minute. Next thing we want to do is go live, wait for it to run. Okay, close the previous one. What's your name? Well, Henry. Rock, paper, or scissors? Okay, how about scissors for first try? Okay, computer chose scissors, Henry chose scissors, it's a tie, and there is a simple tiny mistake there. It did not go to the next line, it's packed together before saying it's a tie. So at the end here, let's add a line break so that anything that comes after, like it's a tie, this or this, can we say that result would show up first? It's the result we're alerting. This would show up anyways, like we previously seen, but then the final answer, the final it's a tie, the final verdict it's a tie, player wins, computer wins, will be added after checking all of this, everything here. So this is the core of the game. This is the thing checking to see who wins. All right, so let's run it again. Rock, sorry about that. Okay, that's a double one. I'm going to do that and then reload. Okay, rock. I said my name was Rock. Oh, that was a mistake. So computer chose paper, Rock chose rock because I chose rock as my name. Then computer wins. Alright. So after that, we're going to say const play again. You know, we kept reloading in order to play again. Const play again, important. And let's change this hello world. I'm sorry about jumping like that too. Rock, paper, scissors. Okay, so const play again equal to a confirm. You know, confirm returns true or false, just true or false. So do you want to play again? So if play again, then we'll go window dot location dot reload, and we'll call that. So if the user wants to play again, we make sure we reload and then it starts everything over again. So let's look at this from the start if you do not understand, because it does seem a bit hard to understand. So this is your name has entered here. So if you do not provide anything, this or it will default to player, then you either choose one of these, rock, paper or scissors. Then console, we are logging the player's answer here, and then answer is just a simple formatting, is to format the user's input, because the user can enter things with spaces or in uppercase. So we are taking it back to lowercase and then we'll log it right here. Okay, so if the answer you chose after formatting is not equal to any of these, then you did not enter a valid answer. Then we do a random number check, and then the computer can pick rock, paper or scissors. If then we check what random number could be, and here's the results. Here's the simple result at first, and it is the addition to the results to show the final verdict. Only one of all three of these could be added, and then we alert the result. Then we ask to play again, and if yes, we reload the page. Let's play this one more time. I'll reload the page quickly and say, what's your name? Henry. Rock, paper, scissors, rock. It's a tie. The computer chose rock. Do you want to play again? Absolutely. What's your name? Henry. Rock, paper, scissors, paper. Okay. Computer chose scissors this time, so computer wins. Alright, so I'm going to choose scissors this time. Rock, paper or scissors. Oh, I wrote the wrong thing as my name. Okay, I chose scissors and then computer wins because computer chose rock. Alright, so I know this can be hard to understand at first, but I assure you would understand better. So one better we can do ourselves is else, then do an alert, or let's say an or. Alright, maybe next time. Hope you enjoyed playing. I think that's alright. So I'm going to reload. What's your name? Henry. Rock, paper, scissors, rock. Okay, so computer wins. Cancel. Alright, maybe next time. Hope you enjoyed playing. I hope you have been able to understand this a bit, and if you do not, please leave your questions in the comments. See you in the next class.